So what's your Grail watch? This was mine, a CWC RN Mark II diver, automatic. Well, I've got it now. I'm going to talk about watches in a bit more of a fluid way about how I feel about watches. So I got into mechanical watches in 2014, and straight away I discovered CWC. And I wanted one of these automatic divers, and that just never changed. I think it's the combination of resembling a vintage Amiga Seamaster, which I think is the most beautiful watch ever made, and the Monin case, which I love. Also, there's a great heritage and association with the British military, which I find really attractive too. So, like I say, I kept on looking at pictures of this watch, and I wanted one, and I was always trying to read reviews about it, and but I just thought it was out of my price range at the time. But the price kept going up, so eventually I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna just have to save up and get one. So that's what I did. So just some technical aspects about this watch. Dimensions: it's water resistant to 300 meters. It's got 120 quick bezel, stainless steel case, 41 millimeter diameter, 47 lug to lug, 20 lug width, which is good, and it weighs about 78 grams. It's got a screw down crown, obviously, screw down case back, and it's got a Sleater SW200 automatic movement, sapphire crystal, and it's got fixed bars, so that's something you're gonna have to bear in mind. So you're gonna be, more or less reduced to NATO's. You can put other straps on them, and I have seen that you can get bracelets for them, but it's just worth bearing in mind. The CWC wears really, really well. Um, the peculiar thing is that it always looks bigger in photos and on video than it is. Like I say, it's 41 millimeters, but definitely in real life, it wears a bit more compact. It wears more like a 40 millimeter, despite the Monin case looking quite long. Um, it's not. It doesn't wear like a 41. It wears more like a 40, and as you can see, it's actually quite nice and slim. In fact, really quite slim. It's 11.6 millimeters, and something I've appreciate more these days is a watch that's slim, so it doesn't catch on things and goes under a cuff a bit easier. The dimensions are very nice and pretty wearable for anyone. I've got a 7-inch wrist, just under a 7-inch wrist, and like I say, it does wear a little bit more smaller and a bit more compact than what you think it does when you see pictures. On the back, it's got like a NATO stock number, a broad arrow, and that's about it. And it's the crown isn't signed either. I think generally speaking, it's a good everyday watch, although maybe not too versatile, as it's hard to dress up because of the fixed lugs. But it's a great, tough everyday watch, and it's nice to have a tough watch that you can go out and about with and not worry too much about. And also, I've read plenty of reports, like reviews of people who've owned these for years, and they say it's a great workhorse watch and a great everyday wearer, and it's tough and great for day-to-day use. A fantastic thing about this watch is it comes with a 3-year warranty, which is nice and comforting. And also, I've got to say, CWC were great. They were very helpful, and they got the watch to me nice and quick. I got good service from them. And this is the NATO it comes on that I don't use. It's good. I was maybe expecting a little bit more, as it's just something I don't like. I couldn't get the spare part of the NATO through both keepers, and that did my head in a bit. So I use other NATOs for it, and that's the box it comes with. It's kind of like a nice faux leather box. So yeah, it's just so you know, CWC do make very, very good straps. I've bought other straps from them. Here's one, the zigzag strap. It used to be called the Fleet Air Arm strap. It's something different now. But the other straps you can buy are really good quality. They go through both keepers if you like me and you like it to go through both keepers when you do your NATO up. So yeah, maybe it's worthwhile investing in another NATO if you're gonna get it. So we're doing a loom war now. Here is the CWC, and next to it is a CWC's on the left. Next to it is a Seiko SKX 013, and next to that is the Citizen ProMaster Tough Ray Mears. So it goes from left to right. CWC, Seiko SKX in the middle, and Citizen ProMaster Tough on the end. I put the CWC against these because they're watches I consider to have good lume. It's super luminova on the CWC. As you can see, it holds its own, but I think the Citizen's winning on this one. Uh, yeah, it's got good lume. So there's maybe a couple of things I would change about the CWC if I had the chance. Um, they're not big things, but as you can see, the second hand, the end of it is a straight edge. I'd much rather it was tapered, just like on the old vintage Seamaster 300. I think just visually it looks so much better. And the other thing is the logo, the CWC logo. It's I don't know why it ended up reminding me of the old department store for C&A. And it's not a bad logo. It is perfectly minimalist and it's fine. But once you see that, you can't unsee it, and it's a bit frustrating because CWC do have a much better logo that they use on their current watches. You know, basically none of them things really bothered me enough to stop me buying it. I mean, it doesn't. It is a great watch. It's really, really good. Like I say, it wears brilliant and it's cool. It's got that sort of cool heritage and it's interesting and it's just a great watch and it's helped me to kind of pare down my collection, from not just getting everything I can, having 26 watches that I never wear to down to like eight now, eight or nine. And part of it is buying a watch I always wanted and wearing it properly and having adventures with it, which is when I think you really start to fall in love with a watch and really appreciate it. So that's probably going to be my new strategy now for watch collecting. But yeah, so I recommend it. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to be back soon. Bye.